morning all. Our memorial gathering on this renowned Workers' Day of 1st of May is to recognise the personage and Australian values of William Guthrie Spence, born in 1846, departing this life in 1926. Our Australian People's Movement of Australia First recognises and holds foremost the idealism of W.G. Spence for a new southern nation on this continent, ensuring a happy and fulfilling life built through enterprise, independence and liberty for productive working people. William Guthrie's values stem not only from his family background of Scottish originated settlers, but from his Presbyterianism in our Australian faith, where work, personal discipline, representative assemblies serving others and the building of a better world were objectives. This was the very basis for his civic-mindedness contribution to society, particularly his later trade unionism. Further, WG, as an 8-year-old boy living in Crescent, Victoria, experienced Ballarat miners against the appalling treatment by colonial administrations and their police and the effects of the slaughter at Eureka Stockade. The influence the struggle to achieve justice was profound to his later life. WG was a hands-on productive worker. Shepherd, butcher boy, miner, shearer, a self-educated man, learning from Sunday school to read and write and extending from the Bible into the classics and later a wide range of economic books of the time. In adulthood, William Guthrie was a leader of the Crescent Temperance Society, a regular in the debating and the local improvement society, a borough councillor, a justice of the peace and a member of the area militia and the Crescent Habila Lodge. He lived to his ideals. This was the background of the man who took to public life to serve others and with a vision for a European high culture on our native soil. His memorable 1909 work of Labour's objective remains an inspiration to our Australia First movement. His contributions to advancing the union movement for workers are also unequalled, fulfilled in his 1894 foundation of the colony-wide Australia Workers. But today we are reflecting on his values and intent for our European-derived civilization of honour and discipline, responsibility, prosperity through productive work, liberty and enjoyment of life's journey, all of which now in acute decline under the agenda of the money changers, socio-political caste of liberal Labour Greens. Historical quotations from William Guthrie cannot be surpassed in reflecting on the greatness and visions of this man, and with assistance let us bring them forth. Quoting William Guthrie, "True self-government means the government of self, the preservation of self from trespassing upon the rights of others. No class-ruled people can ever be a self-governing people. Education must be made free right through the primary school to the university. We want a people self-reliant in moral character and manhood, able and willing to defend their hearth and homes in the event of invasion. The party stands for racial purity and racial efficiency, industrially, mentally, morally and intellectually. It asks the people to set up a high standard of national character. Labour takes the home as the unit of the nation and works for all that is calculated to make it happy. Under a rational regime, men and women will satisfy their instinct for activity and work. All work must have a social value to have income. Governed by the ethic of fellowship, there will only be one class, that of the producing class. Such a condition must come in white Australia before other lands. The exclusion of alien and coloured races gives a chance for the development on the Australian continent of a great nation of the white race. The anti-Chinese movement was one of the early developments of democratic feeling. So strong was the feeling that in 1861 it led to the riot at Laming Flat. Labour understood that unfettered immigration was a means to create a servile underclass which would allow the super exploitation of white labour. It would be a living expression of the colonial status of the nation. In closing, thank you contributors. Before the conclusion of our memorial gathering and the Piper Hymn tribute, I draw attention to the new unionism ideal of WG, especially appropriate today in the face of a low-grade capitalist consumer society that has now been inflicted upon Australians. And to quote, "Individualism has brought the worst and most selfish natures in humanity to the front," in 1892. Such remains inherent in today's money changer system and exemplifies our Australia First movement call for regime change to an organic society as outlined by WG. Few public figures have ever been so well regarded and liked as William Guthrie, honest, genial and imperturbable, living a consistently godly life to the end of his days. In closing, as a commitment to WG's ideals, I ask you all to join in a recital of our Eureka Oath. We swear by the Southern Cross to stand truly by each other and to fight to defend our rights and liberties. Thank you all for attending. Piper, our closing